just luck and Mother Nature.
Had been if the wind was going from a different direction, the tide had been coming in, the whole waterfront would have went. And fortunately, the tide was going out slow, very slow, and the wind was blowing offshore. Otherwise, it could have been a real disaster.
At a 4 o'clock press conference, Morro Bay Fire Chief Bernie Zur heaps praise on the emergency response teams involved.
And really, we want to commend all the people, police, fire, harbor, Coast Guard, ambulances, and everybody who responded.
But despite that response, the pier sustains heavy damage. The full extent and the price tag for rebuilding still unknown. In Morro Bay, Alan Schaffler, KSBY Action News.
Now, the cause of the blaze is still unknown, and the investigation will resume tomorrow morning. A Coast Guard pollution response team is on the scene overnight. They're working to prevent the spread of fuel from one of the sunken ships. Some of the pictures you just saw were taken by a Morro Bay woman using her home video camera. The photographer, Judy Smith, talked with our Dan Kerman tonight about what has no doubt been a very big experience, one she'll never forget.
And we heard sirens a few blocks away, and my husband got up and looked out our bedroom window, and we immediately look out at the bay, and he said, "There's a boat on fire." There was flames coming off the northwest corner up over the pier like it was a boat in the water right at that corner, and within just a few minutes, I mean really quickly, it had spread down the side and was coming across the pier, and then explosions started. It started coming under the pier, and he ran downstairs and I ran for the camera and came outside here and started filming, and it happened really quickly. And I just started filming, and it was extremely difficult to be quiet and not to scream and to hold still.
Smith says she thinks the authorities handled that catastrophe very well. The now-charred Morro Bay Pier had a long and colorful past, according to a Central Coast history expert. Cal Poly history professor Daniel Krieger tells Action News the pier was built by the Navy back in 1941 and used during the war years as a training area for amphibious landings. In the 50s, the wharf was taken over by commercial fishing fleets and canners. And by the early 60s, the pier became a popular center for pleasure boating, and tourism coexisted with fishing operations in the area. It all went up in smoke, though, as dawn broke this morning. Well, two groups opposing the storage of spent fuel at Diablo Canyon are not impressed over an appeals court ruling yesterday.